Hey,
Hello, we meet again. How are you?
I'm good. Every time it just blows my mind how you're just there. I'm like, Ali, she's on live. She appears. I love it. You too.
Thank you. That's nice of you.
How have you been since the last time? I'm happy we're talking again. How have you been?
Good, good. Running around a lot, doing a lot of work. Super happy though. It's great. I've released the second single. Yay!
Hey, I need a horn machine here. Do, do, do.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's right. We need to sound the official horn.
the last time we spoke, we were talking about your single 20 questions, and this time we're talking about Two Birds, your latest release. Um, I noticed a number theme. Is there a reason behind that, or
It was a coincidence. It was a coincidence. I didn't even think much of it until I was like, oh, 20 questions and two birds. Okay. And we're in 2022. All right. So it's just kind of a funny thing that worked out.
yeah? I mean, it was planned. Of course, it was planned.
That's right.
It was all planned. I'm hoping we get your biggest fan on our show from last time. Um, you know, if anyone is watching back, you need to watch our first interview. It was eventful.
Yeah, I was getting distracted by the comment from the real Morgan Freeman.
I
I
see
wanted to
that
watch
the
you
real
more
Morgan Freeman is offering us $800. Now, is that $800 each, or I'm just asking?
because I have an EP that I want to record.
To say the least. But yeah, let's talk about Two Birds. What is the song about, and what was the writing process like?
Two birds is about just like it's about long-term love specifically. I think a lot of music now is about, or a lot of music through ages has been about all different kinds of love, but a lot of it seems to focus on like new love, like I'm just so stoked to meet you, right? That kind of stuff. This song is more about like finding finding who you are within a relationship, right? My partner and I have been together for a long time. We've been together for 15 years. That's most of our adult lives. Um, and when we started to hang out together, I definitely didn't know what I wanted or what I wanted to do or anything. So I had to figure that out while in a relationship with somebody that I didn't want to let go. So, it's a different kind of exploring in that situation when you meet somebody and then you have to figure out who you are.
That's very interesting concept because most people kind of say, everyone's on a different journey, right? So when you're trying to find yourself and behold yourself before you kind of venture into relationships, that doesn't necessarily happen naturally, right? You're constantly learning and growing, and then sometimes other people bring that out in you. How would you say your relationship was when you kind of first got together and now, and what's the difference?
Well, we're older now. So we definitely work a lot more than we did back then, but yeah, it's definitely more openly communicative because we've learned about each other and we've learned to understand what needs to be said and how to say it and all these things, because that's part of it. Like, we talk about open communication, and being direct sounds great, but you can't, like, it's just, there's a way, and everybody's way is different. And when you spend a long time solitary with one person, it really changes the way that you learn to communicate with that person. Just thinking back, like 15 years ago, I didn't speak the same way at all that I do now to anybody, let alone to my partner in relationships. So, yeah, we're still really playful and silly, but it's definitely, it's less at each other's expense now, I think, is the best way to kind of sum it up.
Did you notice the difference between maybe during the lockdown? I know a lot of people in relationships have grown like massively in a space of like two or 3 years, however this pandemic has gone. Have you noticed that for yourself in your relationship?
Yeah, yeah. Well, because we live alone together. We don't have any roommates anymore. We haven't for a while. So yeah, we really had an opportunity to get to know one another because we were both working from home, and we have we have a home is small. And so we each have our own workspace, which is great, but we still like we got to hear each other working, which we don't usually do. And so it was like, oh, that's so weird how like you talk to that person and like wow, this expression that I never hear you use at home. Right. And so he got to hear me teaching children like down the hallway over Zoom and talking to them. So in a way, watching each other, hearing each other work, we got to know each other's stresses outside the home that we usually don't bring to one another.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've noticed that myself with my family. My brothers working in their space, and I'm like, do you really have that voice? Like, is there a bit of an accent when you talk to your manager? It's very different. So it's a strange kind of space to be in, even though you probably lived together for a while. But I think lockdown forced people to kind of be in each other's spaces without any kind of space now. So that's very interesting. Where do you see maybe your relationships growing into now? Do you think you've fully found yourself in your partnership, or do you see there's still more room to grow? Do you think he needs to grow?
Oh, goodness me. No, I'm not throwing shade on him at all. No, not in any way. No, we work really well together, and I'm so thankful all the time for this teammate who is willing to sit with me through all the things that I've had to go through. And yeah, I mean, the lockdown situation was really tough for me because before the pandemic, I was running around all over the place. I was jamming, I was gigging, I was playing in a bunch of bands. I had just played in a musical in a pit band, and it was really, really fun. And I was meeting all these great people, and then gone. Right. And so it turned me into a full-time teacher, which I'm so glad that I had that opportunity available to me to take. And so he was able to sit with me through some of the feelings of like, oh, I miss the way it was before. But then to discover that, no, this is really great right now, right here, just the way it is. And it's a wonderful opportunity to grow my relationship with myself and thus improve my relationship with my partner. So then also that leaks out into the world and it's super nice, right? So just in general, I found because I took the opportunity for self-reflection, I got to be stronger and better. So I'm really, really glad that that was a reality for me.
That's amazing to hear. I think that's super powerful. A lot of people need that, and a song like this, I think, is a good song to have that reflection of like yourself, where you are, and then relationships with everybody in our lives, right? Whether it's your partner, or whether it's your family, or whether it's your workmates or your colleagues and stuff. So I think it's always important to try and strive for the best version of you, so that you can be great for other people as well. So I think that's a powerful message. Two Birds, okay, it's off your album Outside Voice. What made you choose that song? I mean, I had a favorite, which I did suggest last time. It's not all about me. What made you go for Two Birds?
That one, I went with that one because I just liked the contrast between it and 20 Questions as the singles. I liked it as like, because 20 Questions is more like kicking the door down, literally, let me in, right? And this one's kind of, it's just more, it's more relaxed, it's more smooth, more groovy that way. And so I liked the contrast for that reason. And, the numbers in common is kind of fun too. But yeah, that's the main thing. And then when it came to like writing the song itself, I just liked the idea that like I just sort of, it just kind of came together as I was recording it. Like I wrote a little bit, and I don't remember when I stopped actually writing it down. I just kind of stopped writing. I looked back in my books recently because I'm rehearsing it with the band, and I was like, oh, how did I do this? And I looked back for a chart, and there wasn't one that was complete, and I was like, okay. So it was the first one that was actually complete on the album, ironically, and it was never finished on paper. So yeah, it also just felt like it was the first one only that was actually in the can and finished. So let's release that one too. There's always factors at play.
Yeah, no, it's a wonderful song. And you mentioned, you know, with paying to perform with your band, do you have any more shows lined up? Is that really exciting to finally perform some material that you've kind of been working on? And I'm sure you've had this material for a while, but maybe for the while they're only just Hair and Two Birds or 20 Questions. Like, is that exciting for you to get like that live experience with your original music?
Yeah, I'm really excited. On June the 5th, I'm doing a show. Another one at Herman's Jazz Club, which is really great. That's where I was in April on the 7th. So I'm going to be back there, yeah, with this band, including one of the people who was on the April 7th show. She's going to be in my band singing backup as well. Miss Alex is going to be there. So yeah, I'm really excited. We started rehearsing the material, and the first time we played it together was the first time I heard it being played together from the inside, because I played all the pieces by myself, except for the guitar. Somebody else, Dave Friend, played the guitar. So I didn't play the guitar, and Stuart McClellan did the drums. I didn't do any of that stuff. But like, to hear it all at once, the way that it sounds on the record, I was forgetting what to do, because I was like, what is this? What is this sorcery? So it was a good time.
I find just adds that whole different feel. And sometimes, even though you might not even change the arrangement, like you said, when you've been working on it on your own, you kind of forget, like, oh wait, there's a lot of elements in this song. I need to remember where I'm at with it. So it's exciting in a way. Like, you know, you get to hear the track in its entirety, like, live, which is really special. Are you thinking about changing arrangements for some of your music?
Yeah, we have to a little bit, not a lot, but like the main thing that's kind of making me react like, oh yes, is because when I play these songs, I play the bass with my left hand. This is my left hand bass crazy fingers I'm making right now. That's what I do with my left hand, is play the bass part, or some semblance of a bass part. And now I have a bass player in the band who is playing a lot of either the same stuff or stuff that's a little bit cooler and more complicated than what I'm playing on the piano. So I want to stay out of her way so that she can play that stuff. So I have to figure out, okay, well, what's my left hand going to do? Because they kind of talk to each other. So if my left hand is doing something different, my right hand gets confused. It's like, what do you need?
No, it's super exciting. I can't wait to see. I saw the clips from your show in April after our interview. I think it was when we did the show. But it's super exciting to see that being performed live. Because as a record, it's so amazing. I love that album. You know, I'm a fan. I'm like a number one fan. Yeah. But yeah, Two Birds is out now if anyone is watching. I want to dive into kind of finding out a bit more about you. So I decided to maybe have a this or a that, or would you rather kind of questions, just to get to know you a little bit more, right? And see your answers. I think it'll be interesting to know. Okay, let's begin. I'm going to have a theme tune at some point. Maybe I'll reach out to you, make me a theme tune. Okay, so are you a day person or a night person?
Ooh, right now a day person.
Okay. Do you write in the night or day, or like is it just the time you prefer, like making music?
I write in the mornings.
Really, and singing as well, because I know a lot of people prefer night, and I do as well. Like I prefer like that. Yeah,
for singing, no. I'm much more of an afternoon, evening, night singer for sure. Singing in the morning is like. Fair.
Okay, coffee or tea?
Tea.
Tea. Any specific flavoring? Any peppermint? Are we talking chamomile?
I really like nettle tea because it feels nice in my stomach.
Oh, well, that's very specific. We love
Yeah.
it. Guacamole or salsa?
Oh, guacamole and salsa. Do I have to choose?
You have to.
I have to. Okay, well, I'm gonna choose salsa if I have to choose.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know. I find that a difficult question. I would say guacamole, I'm not gonna lie.
Ugh.
That's the only place that I think avocado, it works for me. Like,
Fair enough.
okay, would you rather be a talented songwriter who can't sing or a great singer who can't write their own songs? Because you're both. So,
That's tough. Ooh, hitting me with the hardball questions. You know, I'm still just like, that's really tough because I'm like, oh, well, I'm a voice teacher, so being able to sing is important. Even if I can't write, I can still teach people to sing. But the songwriting is so important to who I am. I would probably want to keep the songwriting and just have somebody else do it, honestly.
oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I found this, like, I was trying to figure out what I would answer. It is hard because I love to get the whole point of singing for me is to get my thoughts out there, like written down, and the writing process for me is the best part of it. But also, singing is therapeutic, like that actual feeling of being able to let those words out. So yeah, that's an interesting one. I don't know what I would choose, but I think yours makes sense. Yours makes sense because obviously.
Well, I also think like I'm a piano player as well, right? So I've got an ability to express even if I don't have the singing part. But I understand what you mean. Like before I was singing, it was really, really difficult. Like I really wanted to, like, and it's just like, it's this pent up, I can only describe it as a ball. It's like inside and it's like a ball and it's just like,
Okay, on that then, would you rather sing or know the piano, learn how to have, okay, piano skills or singing skills? That's a hard one.
Oh, that's so tough. That's really tough because piano's always been there for me, right? I've had piano for 20 years now, pretty much. Singing is newer, but I do find, here's where the road forks. I do find that I have felt more complete in my self-expression since I've been working my singing and taking that seriously and taking care of it.
That's fair. That's fair, and I feel like I'm on the same path there as well. Okay, would you rather go to a randomly selected concert once a month, or go to a concert of your choice only once a year?
Random concert once a month. Yep.
I love discovering new music, and the concert environment for me is the best environment you can listen to music. So yeah, I'm with you there. Okay, would you rather have your own theme song or a musical written about
My own theme song or what? Sorry?
musical written about you?
Or a musical written about me. Oh boy, probably the theme song so that somebody could follow me around playing it on a tuba or something. That would be hilarious.
To your performance at every gig, just the theme tune just plays. You're on stage. I feel you there. I feel you there. Okay, last one, which I know is going to be a hard one because we spoke about your influences before. So Aretha or Amy Winehouse?
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Aretha. I really am.
Any reason?
It's just, there's just something about her that, I don't know, there's this magic that she had of being, I'm fascinated by it because the sound of her voice is, it's a mix of head and chest voice that's like way up high, and it's just so powerful up high that I'm like, how are you doing that? Right. And so I always find those voices, I always find them really, I just want to figure out what makes them tick so that I can do that too.
There's some voices that you think, technically, how is that achievable? Like, it's kind of complicated, like, to reach that level of being able to bring your mix and your head voice to a point where actually I can't tell the difference with her sometimes. It's so powerful and strong. And then Amy Winehouse is another type of thing that I love to listen to because it's stylistically so unique. And she's such a trendsetter in her style. I thought you were going to choose Amy Winehouse, but I'm surprised. Okay,
Yeah.
actually, one more, and this is going to be slightly evil. I'm sure you love them both, but 20 questions for 2 birds.
I'm going to go with 2 birds, honestly. I'm going to go with that one just because of the meaning, you know. That song is comforting, right? 2 birds flying are worth more than 1 stone, right? 20 questions, that's the 1 stone.
Yeah. Both amazing. So, again, if you guys are catching up, please go check out Outside Voices. 20 questions is out now. 2 birds is also out now. Are we going to get any visuals for 2 birds?
Maybe I can do like a little DIY something. We'll figure something out what I can do there. I hadn't planned on a whole lot, but we'll see.
Thank you so much. I know you have more lessons to go, more teaching to do with music, which I think is super powerful as well. You're paying the music forward, which is exciting. What can we expect from you in the next few months? Because you've been rolling out the singles, been really focused on the music. Any other upcoming exciting projects?
Well, I'm still recording with the Grinning Barretts. We're still doing our thing. So shout out to my buddies in the Grinning Barretts. Yeah, we're trying to just hit up some festivals, see where we can get in. So we'll hopefully have something going on in that regard. We'll see. And yeah, just more writing of my own. I'm already getting set up for the 2nd album. I'm gonna start doing that. And yeah, just settling on in to do more writing sessions.
Yeah, you have the June show as well.
The June show, at which I will have, drum roll, imaginary drum roll, CDs. Mwahaha!
Yes. You know what? I'm gonna hit you up. I need a CD. That looks
The disc is super rad. Heyo, it's got my glasses on it.
Okay. I need to come to the UK so we can see you perform live. You're in Victoria, not Toronto, that I labelled it before. No, that's super exciting. You have your new single out. 2 Birds is out now. Everybody who are watching, please do so support. Ali, as usual, I think it's always wonderful to catch up with you. It's always refreshing because I love that you're such a talent and I appreciate you giving the blog the time. So thank you so much for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Anyone who is interested in Alli's music, I'll put all the links in the description for this video if you're watching on catch up, or you can follow Ali at Alli Bean Sing. I think I nailed it.
Yes, victory! It's
Thank
good.
you, Ali. Enjoy the rest of your day and congrats
you.
on the new release of 2 Birds.
Thank you so much. See you next time.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.